Holding of annual general meeting through video conferencing during COVID-19. Companies not providing e-voting facility. Due to recent pandemic, the work culture of corporates and professionals has changed significantly. Hi friends and professional colleagues, I am Parul Chatta, Deputy Manager at Epic & Associates LLP. This is the 33rd video of our web series, that is One Concept, One Slide, initiated by Epic & Associates LLP. Today we are presenting about the new normal in the present situation, that is the holding of virtual meetings. This video specifically covers the procedure and the requirements while holding annual general meeting through video conferencing or other audio-visual means for the companies who are not providing the e-voting facility. We look forward to receiving your queries, comments and feedback by any means given on the slide. Here I would like to mention that all of our videos are covering a topic updated as on the date of publication on our YouTube channel. The link to these presentations are also available in the description box of our respective videos on our YouTube channel and can be downloaded therefrom. Keeping in mind the situation caused due to the spread of COVID-19 and as a protective measure against it, MCA has allowed the companies to conduct their annual general meeting, that is AGM, through video conferencing or other audio-visual means during the calendar year 2020, subject to fulfillment of certain specified conditions. Moreover, it is also provided that apart from ordinary businesses, only those items of special business which are considered unavoidable by the board may be transacted at this meeting. The first and foremost condition to be fulfilled by the companies which are not providing the e-voting facility is that it shall have in its records email addresses of at least 50% of the total members who represent not less than 75% of paid up share capital who has a right to vote at the meeting. Similar conditions are also provided for Nidhi companies and companies not having share capital. In case the company does not have such number of email addresses as prescribed in its records, then the company shall take all necessary steps to register the email addresses of all persons who have not registered their email addresses with the company. The members may be contacted over telephone or any other mode of communication for registration of their email addresses before sending the notice for the meeting to all its members. After such practice of communication over the telephone, and if still the contact details of the members are not available, then the company shall publish a public notice. It shall be published at least once in a vernacular newspaper in the principal vernacular language of the district in which the registered office of the company is situated and having a wide circulation in that district, and at least once in the English language in the English newspaper having a wide circulation in that district. Preferably, both newspapers should have electronic editions, and these public notices shall specify that the AGM will be convened through video conferencing or other audio-visual means in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Act along with the applicable MCA circulars, the date and time of the AGM, the details of the email address along with the telephone number on which the members may contact for getting the email address registered for participation and voting at the general meeting. Such are the details as may be required as per the applicable MCA circulars. Because of the prevailing situation and owing to the difficulties involved in dispatching of the physical copies of the financial statements including board's report, auditor's report or other documents required to be attached therewith, such statements shall be sent only by email to the members, trustees for the debenture holder of any debentures issued by the company and to all other persons so entitled whose email address is registered with the company. The notice of such meeting shall contain certain matters which are: the most important is a designated email ID so that the members may convey their votes at such designated email ID. The AGM will be convened through video conferencing or other audio-visual means in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Act along with the applicable MCA circulars. The date and time of the AGM. Availability of notice of the meeting on the website of the company if any. How the members who have not registered their email addresses with the company can get the same registered with the company. Helpline number for those shareholders who need assistance with the technology before and during the meeting. Such are the details provided in the circulars or considered necessary by the company. Copy of the meeting notice shall also be prominently displayed on the website of the company if any. Apart from this, other requirements related to notice of an AGM already provided under the Act or rules made thereunder shall continue to apply other than those specifically relaxed by the ministry. Next are the methods and requisites for participation by the eligible shareholders at the AGM. Certain requirements are provided in the MCA circulars which needs to be adhered to, and some of them are: the facility for joining the meeting shall be kept open for at least 15 minutes before the time scheduled to start the meeting and shall not be closed till the expiry of 15 minutes after such scheduled time. All care must be taken to ensure that the said meeting being conducted through video conferencing or other audio-visual facility allows two-way teleconferencing or WebEx for the ease of participation of the members. Such a facility must have a capacity to allow at least 500 members or the actual number of members of the company, whichever is lower, to participate on the first come first basis. Large shareholders, that is shareholders holding 2% or more shareholding, promoters, institutional investors, directors, KMP, chairperson of audit committee, nomination and remuneration committee, and stakeholder relationship committee, auditors, etc. may be allowed to attend the meeting without any restriction on account of the first come first served principle. The participants shall be allowed to pose questions concurrently or to submit questions in advance on the email address of the company. This facility for the concurrent posing of questions may be provided through a chat box facility. Since meeting under this framework will be held through video conferencing or other audio-visual means where physical attendance of members in this case has been dispensed of, therefore there is no requirement of appointment of proxies. Attendance of members participating through the provided mode shall be counted to reckon the quorum. Here separate login credentials may be provided to each member for ease of voting and reckoning quorum. Next point to be discussed here is voting at the AGM. An important point here is the appointment of chairman of the meeting. Unless the articles of the company require any specific person to be appointed as a chairman of the meeting, the chairman of the meeting shall be appointed in accordance with section 104 where less than 50 members are present at the AGM, and in all other cases the chairman shall be appointed by a poll conducted in the prescribed manner of voting. The chairman of the meeting shall satisfy himself and cause to record the same before considering the business in the meeting that all efforts feasible under the circumstances have indeed been made by the company to enable members to participate and vote on the items being considered. Only those members who have participated in the meeting or are otherwise not barred for voting shall be allowed to vote at the meeting. During the meeting held through online mode where a poll on any item is required, the members shall cast their vote on the resolutions only by sending emails through their registered email ID to the provided designated email ID of the company. The confidentiality of the password and other privacy issues associated with the designated email shall be strictly maintained by the company at all times. Due safeguards about the authenticity of the email address and other details of the members shall be taken by the company. In case the counting of votes requires time, the said meeting may be adjourned and called later to declare the result. The recorded transcript of such meeting shall be maintained in safe custody by the company, and the same shall as soon as possible be made available on the website of the company, if any. It is also provided that all resolutions passed at such meeting shall be filed with the Registrar of Companies within 60 days of the meeting, suggested in Form MGT 14, clearly indicating therein that the mechanism provided herein along with other provisions of the Act and rules were duly complied during such meeting. Other important points to be kept in mind while conducting meeting through online mode are: the requirement of appointment of a proxy is dispensed with. However, in pursuance of section 112 and 113 of the Act, representatives of the members may be appointed for participation and voting in such meeting. At least one independent director, where the company is required to appoint one, and the auditor or his authorized representative who is qualified to be the auditor shall attend the meeting. Where institutional investors are members of the company, they may be encouraged to attend and vote in the said meeting. In case the company is unable to pay the dividend to any shareholder by the electronic mode due to the non-availability of the details of the bank account, the company shall, upon normalization of the postal services, dispatch the dividend warrant or check to such shareholder by post. The company shall ensure that all other compliances associated with the provisions relating to general meetings, viz., taking of disclosures, inspection of related documents or registers by members, or authorizations for voting by body corporates, etc., as provided in the Act and the Article of Association of the company, are made through electronic mode. You can refer to our other videos already published on our YouTube channel. You may subscribe to our weekly light and monthly light newsletters for all the latest updates in areas such as SEBI, FEMA and Companies Act, etc. You can also follow us on Facebook and LinkedIn page for daily updates by referring to the details given on the slide and in the description box below. We have tried to cover all about the new normal in the present situation, that is holding of virtual meetings, specifically covering the procedure and the requirements for holding annual general meeting through video conferencing or other audio-visual means for the companies who are not providing e-voting facility. We request you to share your views and advice on this web series, including the topics that you want us to cover in incoming videos. Thank you.